guys, welcome back. If you're new here, welcome. My name's Hannah, and today I'm going to show you my bookshelves. I did end up making a TikTok of me putting these all together and adding all my books into the shelf. We'll take a little break here. I'll let you watch a little snippet of me putting all this stuff together, and then we'll get back to the book talk. I do have a few authors that I do like to shine light on, which is like Emily Henry, Sarah J. Maas. I do have some for Lila Sage, and I also have one for one of my favorites that I grew up on, which is Rowell's Fangirl. I read that when I was in middle school, and I felt very seen. That one hit home, and I really loved it growing up. And I have the regular copy that I had reading when I first read it, but then I think the 20th edition, either the 10th or the 20th edition, they had like a special copy of it, so I ended up getting it, and I have that on its shelf. And I kind of want to do a reread as I am now 25 and seeing how it changes and see if there's any nostalgia with it. The shelf that's behind me is actually my TBR. Um, these are books really that I'm a mood reader. And if I buy them during a season, saying, like, let's say, like, we're in fall right now, of course, I will not be reading a very summery book when it's in fall. It's not the mood, it's not the vibe. It really isn't. So, a lot of these are waiting for the right time. Of course, I just finished the Housemaid series. I lied. I'm on the third book now, but my next read will be This Beauty. I'm very excited. My goal, I always add to it, which is everybody's problem, I'm sure. But I do try to get a lot off here. I will show you some of my favorite parts of the bookshelf. I don't really have a big special library. This just works for me. I do eventually want to, because when I moved in, I didn't. This is all the shelves that I had. So I want to eventually remove some of the decor that's sitting on top and add another small shelf and put it on top, so I can make this longer and give more space if needed so it's not so cluttered. But yeah, like I mentioned before, I do have certain authors that I like to highlight. And I'm not sure if you can see it. I may have to show you a clip, but I have this section right here for Emily Henry. And right next to me, I have Fourth Wing. I have that series. Then I also have the Powerless series by Lauren Roberts. I have some other ones, like I have Lynn Painter. Love Lynn Painter. I also have Rainbow Rowell. I have Lila Sage. I have Jenny Han. Love you. And I also have Sarah J. Maas. I have the Hush Hush series. So good. Those are the biggest authors that I have that I've made like their own like section, or I've shown off their books because I personally just love their writing style. I just love them, so they deserve their own little section. My biggest shelf is my TBR shelf, and unfortunately, I can't do anything about it. I have to read them to move them. I've noticed that a lot of this happens to be on my romance. This is kind of like extra flow, and then I also have some fantasy kind of mixed in with some fantasy, more some of the darker fantasy, like dark academia, more darker like vampires and stuff like that. And then on the very, very top is my mystery and thrillers, which I only have like 3 books as of right now. But most of those books are on Kindle, so I don't have the physical copies. Like I mentioned, most of the books are right here. And once I get those read, then they can be on these 2 shelves. I will say, since we are talking about my TBR, I will show you some books from my TBR that I am very excited to pick up when the mood comes. Of course, I love them all and I'm very excited to read them all. But the ones that I am very excited about are, of course, we have The X-Files by Jessica Joyce. I've heard nothing but, like, honestly great things about this book, and it's a pretty decent size, like, it's average size book. So I think it'd be a good read, like probably like a day or two. We also have If It Makes You Happy. This book, it should be read by November. If it's in December, it won't hit the same. If you get it, you get it. But Barnes and Noble, I had them write my name down for when they get their next shipment in, and they called me I think last week, and they said, "Hey Hannah, your book's in. If you want to stop by soon, we can get you like we let you pick it up." So it finally came in and it's stunning, and I'm so excited to read it, but it's on a wait list. I have to wait. I have other books to get to before this. Other books I'll be excited to read is Fake Skating by Lynn Painter. I think I'm going to be reading this in December. One of my friends and I are going to be buddy reading this, so I'm very excited to read this. I'm also very excited to read, of course, The Song of Achilles. I have not read it yet, but every time I want to read it, I'm in the middle of a whole series. So by the time I get to it or want to read it, it's too late. So, of course, that. Like I said in my other video, I still have Fearful to read. It's going to be before the end of the year that I read this, I promise. Another one I'm really excited to read is Heartstrings by Ivy Fairbanks. It looks really beautiful, and it's in Galway. And I am 36% Scottish, so it feels only right to read this kind of stuff. Also, I will add this book. Let me read you something about the back. So I live in Texas, and this is when I read the back, I was like, okay, I have to read it now. Like, duh. It says, uh, when the tough as nails Texan moved to Galway for medical school, she wasn't looking for love. Aiden, a gorgeous tattooed mandolin playing lawyer, slipped past her defenses. I mean, sign me up. I'm here. I'm here for it. I'm here for it. I read her other book, Morbidly Yours, I think last year, and it was a cute read. It wasn't like terrible. It wasn't my favorite, but I still liked it enough to go ahead and finish, like, start her other book. So we'll see how that one turns out. I want to read Such Sharp Teeth, which I mentioned in my previous video, which you can probably watch up here. I'll see if I can get it tagged somewhere up top. Um, that one, it's werewolves, of course, and if you know me, I love me a werewolf story. So we'll see how that one turns out. Now at the bottom, which you may or may not see, I don't know. I'm not gonna pull it out because it'll mess it up. But I have Atmosphere by Taylor Jenkins Reid, and everybody is raving about this, and they do cry, and who doesn't love a good cry? So I will definitely probably be picking that up soon, if not at the beginning of next year. And this reminds me, I have Midnight Sun. I think I bought it from Books a Million. It was in the cheap. I think it was like $6. So I was like, okay, I'll buy it. But that reminds me, is Twilight. That one, I have the first book on Kindle Limited. So I'll be reading that eventually. I do want to do a read through. I also have the Hunger Games series, which I will be reading in November. So I'm very excited to take you guys with me. I may even do like a reading vlog through like that whole series. How that would be actually pretty fun. I think I might do that. That would be a lot of fun actually, because I have read Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes, and I really did enjoy it, and that makes me very excited to read those. I mean, see, as a kid, I was thinking that Hunger Games was like really thick, like super like scary thick, but girl, it's this thick. This is light work, no reaction. Light work, girls and guys. My the one that I'm so excited to pick up, and I'm honestly very eager to see how I like it and everything because it's different. Is V.E. Schwab's Bury Our Bones in the Midnight Soil, and it's very thick, but the story sounds beautiful. I'm very intrigued about the layout of the book because, like, for example, it says Alice D 2019. I'm very intrigued by that because it's different. It's laid out differently than a normal book. So I'm very intrigued, and that everybody that has talked about it, that has read it, loves it and like cannot stop talking about it. So I will keep you guys posted on all of this. But yeah, I mean, it's nothing special. It's just something for me. Whenever I first moved into here, there was a small little crevice, I would call it, like for an office space, but I don't really need to work from home. Or, well, I don't need a desk to work from home. If I work from home, I have to work on the couch because Ollie, my dog, has to be in my lap. Otherwise, he will throw a fit. And we can't have that. We can't have a fit. So I made this into my library, and the only way I could really make it fit and it look good, I guess, was to kind of have it at like an angle. So it's something. It works, and honestly, there is still some work that I want to do to make this prettier. Of course, I want to add more stuff to it, and on Instagram, if you follow me, I'm sure if there's any updates that I do add to this, you will see it on there. We're gonna cut the video here. I think that's really it. There's nothing super special about my library bookshelf, of course, but it's something that I enjoy and I want to add more to, of course. So just keep tuned to Instagram. I've mentioned it before, but if you have any content ideas or books that you think I would like, just send it my way, comment it below, whatever you like. I'm very new to this, so bear with me. But yeah, this is super fun, and I really enjoy doing these, and it lets me just be creative outside of work. And I really enjoy that, and I am very happy that people are actually viewing these. It's small numbers, but numbers, I mean, those small numbers mean something. It would be really cool one day if I get one really good video and it just jumps a lot of people over here. It'd be really cool to build a community with the people that enjoy the same stuff I do and also want to be creative with me. I want to be able to be that person to help push them in the direction if they want to be a creator too. Like, anybody can be a creator. It's a very fun outlet to just be yourself and kind of experiment and teach yourself how to be in front of a camera and just chit chat and talk like this, because I stutter. If you haven't noticed, I stutter, and there are times that my words don't make sense. So a lot of that stuff does get cut out sometimes just because it takes me some time, but it helps me practice and just be more comfortable doing something that I'm not used to. So yeah, enough of that yappy, sappy talk. Thank you guys for being here. But yeah, that's gonna be it for today. Bye, guys.